All right, let's start in child's pose. Bring your big toes to touch, sink back into your hips, and then settle down into your mat. Take a nice deep breath in, deep breath out. And for a moment here, just settle into your space. Let your mind feel quiet. Let your mind feel still. Take another breath in. Big exhale out. And take another deep breath in. Deep breath out. And as you breathe in, feel your rib cage expand. And then exhale all the air out. Let your ribs feel soft. Let any tension from your shoulders start to melt away. And find some stillness. Stillness may be something that we don't always find right now. Stillness can be just meaning your mind to be at rest, your body to be at rest. Just taking a pause. During this time, we're constantly looking ahead and looking for answers. Taking in the moment and being still. Let's take another breath in. Take another breath out. And you can continue with this inhale, with these inhales and exhales. Or we could take a deeper breath. Take a breath in, seal your lips at the top. And then exhale out through your nose. And we cultivate our Ujjayi breath. Deep breath in through our nose. Deep breath out through our nose. And this Ujjayi breath can start to build some heat inside of our body. Help build some energy inside of us, but it can also keep our mind connected to our body. So our next breath in, come to tabletop. Stack your shoulders right over your wrists. And then take a breath in, let your belly drop, gaze forward. And then on your exhale, round your spine, tuck your tailbone underneath. So we move into our cat-cow. Inhale, drop your belly, gaze forward. Exhale, round your spine, send your head down towards the ground. Again, inhale, gaze forward, lift your chest. Exhale, round your spine, tuck your tailbone underneath you. And continue to move at your own pace. And notice where your breath is at right now. Breathe in. And breathe out. Connecting that breath with your movement. And then find your neutral spine. So pull your belly in, draw your chin in, feel strong, and then send your right foot to the back of your mat. And you can keep your right toes down or elevate your right foot up. Notice if the right hip opens up, drop it back down, and then reach your left arm up by your ear. Press your right foot back, lift through your fingertips. Take a nice breath in. And your exhale, drop your hand down, drop your knee down. Maybe take a release in your spine. And then come back to your neutral spine. So pull your belly in, draw your chin in, and then send your left foot to the back of your mat. Notice that the hip is opened up. Drop it back down. And then maybe you float your left leg, or maybe you keep it down. Maybe raise your right arm up by your ear. Press your left foot back, reach through your right fingertips. Take a breath in, and then your exhale, lower down. And then curl your toes under, lift your hips up high. We'll move into our downward facing dog. So maybe this is your first down dog for this practice, or for today. Take a moment here, pedal your dog out, press one hip down, one foot down, press the other heel down. Let go any tension in your neck. Roll through your toes, feel your toes bend and move through the floor. And then on your next breath in, walk to the front of your mat. And then slowly roll up, one vertebrae at a time. And we'll meet with our hands at heart center. And close your eyes. And be still for a moment. Just notice your breath. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Now I offer you to set your intention for this practice. If nothing comes to mind, feel free to just use stillness. A moment to pause as your intention throughout your practice. And we'll seal this intention or any other intention with the breath together. Take a deep breath in. Big exhale out. And then release your arms down by your side. Pull your shoulders back, stand tall. Press your feet down into the ground. And then find nice strength in your legs. Pull your belly in. Peel your shoulders back. All right, and again, finding stillness here, but stillness can be active. So feeling strong in your core, strong in your legs. And then take a breath in, mountain pose. Sweep your arms up high. And then hold and breathe here. So soften your shoulders away from your ears. And then pull your lower rib cage down. Feel your core engaged. Take a nice breath in. On your exhale, side bend to the left. Bring your left arm down. Reach your right arm up and over. And then roll your right shoulder back. Lift up out of those right fingertips. Find length in your whole right side. Inhale, come back up through center. Exhale, side bend up and over. Reach it down with your right hand. Roll your left shoulder back. And then create space out of your whole left side here. Take a breath in. And then on your exhale, start to rise up. Then take another breath in. Inhale. Exhale, baby back bend. So pull those elbows back and then open up your chest. So think about lifting your heart. Pull your shoulder blades down. Opening up all the space in front of your heart. And then inhale, rise up through center. Exhale, hands through heart center. All right, let's flow this just to get a little bit more movement in our torso. Inhale, mountain pose, sweep up high. Exhale, side bend to the left. Reach down your left arm, reach your right arm up and over. Inhale, back up through center. Exhale, side bend up and over. Reach through your left fingertips. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, baby back bend. Open your elbows, open your chest, press your heart forward. Inhale, back up through mountain. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good, take a breath in. Take a breath out. All right, let's do this one more time. Inhale, mountain pose, sweep up. Exhale, side bend to the left, reaching your arm over. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, side bend to the right, finding a little bit more space in your side. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, baby back bend. Open your chest, open your heart, press forward. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, hands to your heart center, soften down, forward fold. So hinge at your hips, lower all the way down. Inhale up, halfway lift. So find length in your spine, peel the front of your shoulders back. Pull your low belly in. And then plant your hands on the ground, come into high plank pose. So option here to drop down to your knees, totally fine. Continue to lift your low belly. If your knees are up off the floor, charge your thighs straight. Draw your chin in, nice and strong in that high plank position. Then shift your weight forward. Lower all the way down to your belly. And then flip your toes, so your tops of your feet are down into the ground. Bring your hands to your lower rib cage. Peel the front of your shoulders back. Inhale, baby cobra. So little to no weight in your palms. Pull your belly in to protect your low back. And feel the strength of your upper body work to lift up. Keep your chin in. And then lower back down. Let's do one more. Inhale, baby cobra. Pull your belly in. As you lift your chest up, peel the front of the shoulders back. Keep your chin in. Exhale, lower back down. Press back through hands and knees. Pull your belly in as you lift up. Curl your toes under. downward facing dog. And don't be afraid to take that generous bend in your knees. Work your biceps in line with your ears. Draw your chin in. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, now step to the top of your mat. All right, root down into all four corners of your feet. Inhale, mountain pose. Sweep your arms up high, take up space. So find some length in your body. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Good. Inhale, mountain pose. Lift up, get taller. Exhale, forward fold. So soften your knees as you lower down. Inhale up halfway. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Exhale, high plank pose. Plant your hands, step back into that high plank position. Drop your hips in line with your shoulders. Pull your belly in. Come down to your knees if you need to. Shift forward. Lower all the way to your belly. Flip your feet over. Bring your hands to your lower rib cage. Inhale, baby cobra. Pull your shoulder blades up off the ground. Away from the ground. Exhale, lower down. Now, option to take another baby cobra, or if you feel like your spine is ready for it, you can press your arms straight and come into upward facing dog. For upward facing dog, come onto the tops of your toes, pull your chest forward, lift through your chest. Pull your heart forward, lift through your chest. And then curl your toes under. We'll meet in downward facing dog. So soften your knees to get there, press your hips up to the ceiling. Now take a breath in, push up on your tiptoes. Feel all 10 toes, press down to the ground. On your exhale, work your heels closer to the ground. And then walk your feet forward. Bring your big toes to touch. Inhale, chair pose. Sink back into your hips, raise your arms up overhead, and breathe here. Now, if arms up high is too much, you can always bring your hands low. And then shift your weight back so your knees are in line with your ankles. Pull your belly in, send your tailbone to the ground. Take a breath in. On your exhale, reach back for chair plane. Pull the front of your shoulders back, lift through your chest. Okay, now we feel a lot of muscles working. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, see if you can sink a little lower. And we find that stillness again, but stillness can be challenging. Continue to breathe where you are. Take another breath in. Take another breath out. On your inhale, straighten out through your legs. Come into mountain pose. Sweep your arms up high. Get tall, get long. On your exhale, sink back down into that chair pose. Pull the front of your shoulders back. 2 more. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, sink back down. Good, last one. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, sink back down. This time, press weight into your right leg. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana. Float your left leg parallel to the ground and breathe here. So strong on our right leg. Left leg lifts up, pull your belly in. Lift your arms up by your ears. Good, now draw your left toes towards your knees so you feel that whole leg active. Lift up taller. Excellent, take a breath in. On your exhale, take your left foot, step it behind you. Come into crescent lunge. So you'll step that left foot directly behind. Maybe bring your hands to your hips. Allow that back knee to drop down. Tuck your tailbone underneath you. And then from here, you can raise your arms up high. So in your crescent lunge position, your shoulders are over your back knee. Pull your right hip back, press your left hip forward. And then lift your arms up high to the sky. So we start to feel the front of our left hip to open up. Go take a nice breath in. Take a nice breath out. And on your inhale, find length through your fingertips. On your exhale, open arm twist. Sweep your right hand back, left hand forward. So we open up and we feel our chest start to expand. Continue to reach your left arm forward, pull your right shoulder back. Finding balance in your legs, pulling your thighs towards one another. Take a breath in. On your exhale, slowly unwind. We'll meet in warrior 2. So spiral open, bend into your right knee, have the left leg straight. So find heel to arch alignment with the right heel, bisecting the arch of your back foot. And then sink down into your front thigh. Pull your belly in, reach your arms out to make a T. All right, let's move this. Inhale, straighten your front leg up. On your exhale, bend deep into that warrior two. Use your outer right hip to pull that knee wide. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, back down. Good, last one. Inhale up. Exhale, back down. Now press through your shoulders. Pull your right knee up. Press down to your left foot. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Now gaze over your right fingertips. Steady your breath here, finding some stillness again. Feeling your whole body energetically holding yourself there. Take one more breath in. On your exhale, bring your right hand down now. Left hand sweeps up high to the sky. So lift up out of your right side. Pull your left shoulder back. Your left arm can go straight up to the ceiling. Or you can bring that left arm right by your ears. So we have this whole line from your left foot all the way through your fingertips. Sink down into that right thigh. And take one more breath in. On your exhale, reverse warrior. Bring your left hand down. Right hand floats up. And then take a breath in. Reach through your right fingertips. Sink a little deeper in that front thigh. Take an inhale. On your exhale, back to that warrior two. Soften your shoulders. And then step your back foot to meet your front foot at the front of your mat. Arms come up overhead, mountain pose. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Good, take a breath in. Take a breath out. Second side. Inhale, chair pose. Sink back into those hips. Raise those arms up high. And breathe here. So second time in your chair pose. Gaze down. Make sure you can see your toes. If you can't, push your butt back. Lift through your fingertips. Sink a little lower. Take a breath in. On your exhale, chair plane. Reach back. Now pull your rib cage down and in. And feel the front of your shoulders pull back. So you work the muscles between your shoulder blades. And then press down into your heels. Sink a little lower. Oops, I'm here. Good. Let's move. Inhale, mountain pose. Sweep your arms up high. Squeeze your thighs together. Exhale, chair plane. Sink back low. Good. 2 more. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, sink back down. Good. 1 more. Inhale, lift up. Sweep your arms up high. Exhale, sink back down. This time, press weight into your left foot. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana. Push down to your left foot as you lift your right leg parallel to the ground. Arms float up high. Breathe here. So pull up and in through your low belly. Soften your shoulders. And then draw your right toes towards your right toes towards your knee to keep your leg active. You can take a nice breath in. On your exhale, step your right foot behind you. Come into crescent lunge. So bring your hands to your hips to help set you up. All 10 toes face me, so come on the ball mound of your back foot. Pull your left hip back. Tuck your tailbone underneath you so you feel your core start to engage. You probably will feel the front of your right hip start to open. Level your hips off, and then take your arms up high. Soften your shoulders. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Feeling strong in your legs, imagine that you're pulling your left hip back and right hip forward. Take 1 more breath in. On your exhale, open arm twist. Reach your left hand back. Right hand comes forward. And we rotate through our chest. So feeling hips staying squared forward. And then we rotate through our upper back. Pull that left shoulder blade back. Gaze maybe over your front hand. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, spiral around. And we'll meet in warrior two. So bend into your left knee. Maybe widen your stance as you need to. Pull your left knee wide. Reach your arms out to a T. Soften your shoulders. Good. All right. Let's move. Inhale, high triangle. Straighten out your front leg. Reach up through your fingertips. Exhale, warrior two. Press down into your palms. Use your outer left hip. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, sink back down. Last one. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, sink back down. And then gaze over your left fingertips. Reach through your fingertips. Sink a little lower. Breath in. Breath out. Let your mind feel still. Take another breath in. On your exhale, extend in side angle. Left hand down, right hand floats up high. And you can reach up to the ceiling, or you can take your right arm and reach towards the front of the room. Finding a nice long line from your right heel up through your right fingertips. So from here, inhale, reverse warrior. Bring your right hand down. Left hand floats up high. Sink down into your front thigh. Roll your left shoulder back. Take a breath in. On your exhale, back to your warrior two. And then step your back foot to meet your front foot at the front of your mat. Hands come through mountain pose. And then hands come down through heart center. Good. Inhale back through that mountain pose. This time on your exhale, forward fold. Soften your knees. Sink all the way down. Inhale up halfway lift, find length. Exhale, high plank pose. Plant your hands. Step back. And now option to go right into your downward facing dog. Or option to lower. Come into your baby cobra. Or upward facing dog. Again, upward facing dog, press up on your toes or tops of your feet. Pull your shoulders back. And then now we'll all meet in downward facing dog. Take a breath in. And take a breath out. And then we'll come into child's pose. So drop down to your knees. Let your knees open up. Bring your forehead down to the ground. Notice your breath. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Let your forehead match down to the ground. And find some stillness again. Maybe some quiet. Noticing just the rise and fall of your breath. Take another breath in. Another breath out. And then on your next breath in, come to stand up on your knees. Come up high on your knees. And then take your left foot and bring it forward. Left foot, bring it forward. Left foot forward. We're on our right knee. And then pull your left hip back. Tuck your hips under like we did in our crescent lunge. So we start to get into a little bit of our hip here. So keep that core engaged. So our shoulders are right over your back knee. So we're not super arched here. And then you can take your right arm up high to the sky. And then notice that this left hip is up. Tuck it down. And then maybe take a little side stretch up and over. Roll your right shoulder back. Feel your right glute active. Then take a deep breath in. And take a deep breath out. And slowly rise up. And then toe heel your left foot wide. And you're just going to hinge forward and bring your hands to the inside of your left foot. And if you have a book or blocks, you might want to prop them up to help give you some height if you need to. Or you can option to come all the way down to your elbows. You can let your left knee open up. And again, if that's too much, staying on your elbows is fine. Allow yourself to drop into that right hip. And then allow that left hip to open if that feels okay for you. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. And then walk yourself to your palms. And then bring that left foot directly underneath you. So it's right in between your hands. Can I see that way? And then curl your back toe under. Come into your low lunge. So the left foot is in between your palms. If you can't reach the ground with your hands, you can come to tented fingertips. Pull the left hip back. Press your right knee straight. And now pull the shoulders down and lift your chest. And lift your low belly away from your front thigh. Now press down into your right hand. Inhale, simple twist. Float your left hand up high to the sky. Continue to press your right knee straight and rotate your left shoulder on top of your right. Inhale. Exhale, back to low lunge. And then maybe step your back foot in a few inches. And we'll come into crescent lunge again. So stack your shoulders over your hips. Raise your arms up by your ears and breathe here. So we've been here before. Back knees up, all 10 toes pointed forward. Relax your shoulders. Take a breath in. On your exhale, start to shift your weight into your left foot. Come into airplane pose. So if you want, option to just keep your right foot on the ground to kickstand it. Or option to hinge forward into that airplane position. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Press your right foot to the back of the room. Good. Steady your breath. Find one point of focus to keep your attention, to keep your mind still. Take one more breath in. On your exhale, soften your left knee. Step your right foot behind you. We're going to come into warrior one. So bring your right foot behind you, bring it in a few inches. Good work. Pull that left hip back, right hip forward. So the trick with warrior one is your back foot is down flat on the ground. And so you want to point that back foot to the back upper corner of your mat. Pull your left hip back. Straighten out through your back leg. So you might have to make your stance smaller. That's okay. And then bring your arms up by your ears. And then notice again if your pelvis is twisting, pull your left hip back. Relax your shoulders down. Okay, continue to press your right heel into the ground. And press your palms together, lift up through your chest. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. And one more breath in. One more breath out. And then bring your hands through heart center. We're going to come back to that low lunge where we were. So maybe you can bend into that left leg. Come back to that low lunge. And then using the strength of your belly, lift the left leg, come into downward facing dog. Good, take a breath in. Take a breath out. And then drop down to your knees. Come back into your child's pose again. Sink back into your hips, reach your arms forward. Allow your forehead to connect for a moment into the ground. Notice your breath. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. An option is stay here in your child's pose, or option to walk your hands over to the right side of your mat, reach across with your left arm, and then press your left armpit down into the ground. Okay, lifting your tailbone up a little bit will give you a little bit more space, or you can keep your hips settled back. Take a breath in, and a breath out. And let's walk to the other side. Reach across with your right hand. Sink back into your hips. And take another breath in. Another breath out. And then come back to center. Come to stand up on our knees. And we have our second side. Bring your right leg forward. And we remain on our left knee. So whatever side you did last time, make sure you do the opposite side. Pull your right hip back, left hip forward. And then tuck your tailbone underneath you. So again, notice if your pelvis is up, try to level it off. Squeeze your left glute, keep that core engaged to hold everything stable. And then reach your left arm up, start to push through your left hip a little bit. And take a little side stretch. So you can open up through that whole left side. You'll take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, start to come up. And then toe heel your front foot wide onto your mat. Sink your hips forward, bring your hands to the inside of your right foot. And you can stay on your back knee or up on your palms. Maybe come down to your elbows. Let go any tension in your neck. And take a deep breath in. And take a deep breath out. And again, if this is too much for you, you can stay up on your palms. You can let that right knee open. And then when you're ready, walk yourself back to your palms. You can toe heel your right foot so it's back in the center of your mat. Curl your back toes under. We come into our low lunge. So for low lunge, plug your right hip back, press through the ball mound of your left foot, and then you can come to tented fingertips or even grabbing some blocks or some books to give you some height. But pull your shoulders down, pull your right hip back, left hip back. Then now press down into your left hand. Inhale, simple twist. Float your right hand up high to the sky. Reach through your fingertips. Press your left knee straight. Take a breath in. On your exhale, lower down. And then step your left foot in a few inches. Inhale, crescent lunge. Pull your shoulders over your hips. Pull your right hip back. Find a nice strong crescent lunge position. And then bring your arms up by your ears. Point all 10 toes forward. And continue to fire your thighs towards one another so we have a good foundation. And then lift up through those fingertips. Take a breath in. On your exhale, airplane pose. Launch your weight onto your front leg. Maybe you come to your back toe. That's fine. Maybe you start to hinge forward. Pull your left hip down. Pull your shoulder blades together. Now find your drishti, that point of focus that steadies your mind and steadies your breath. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. Good inhale. On your exhale, warrior one. Step your left foot behind you. Pull your right hip back in space. Bring that left heel down to the ground. You might need to bring your stance in smaller or even a little wider. That's okay. And then you'll bring your arms up high to the sky. So warrior one. Again, feet should be hip distance or a little wider. Bend into your front thigh. Pull that left hip forward. Straighten out through your left thigh. Relax your shoulders. Now sink into your front thigh. Press your palms together and then think about lifting up taller to the sky as you sink deeper into your front thigh. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Good inhale. On your exhale, hands can come through heart center. Plant your hands down on the ground and then step your right foot back into downward facing dog. Soften your knees and press your tailbone up high to the sky. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. And then walk your feet to your hands one last time to stand up. Slowly roll up, one vertebrae at a time. Bring your hands to heart center and close your eyes. Take a moment to just be aware of your mind and your body right now in this space. Find that moment of stillness where we can hit pause just for the second. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. And then open your eyes. Press firmly into your left foot. Draw your right knee wide. We'll come into tree pose. So you can start with your right foot low in your lower calf or all the way up to your inner thigh. Just not on the knee joint. Notice if your left hip is bowing out. Lift up out of it. Pull your belly in. Shoulders back. Find some length. You can stay low or option to float your branches up high. Press your right foot firmly into your left thigh and feel your left thigh work to press back into your foot. Feel that strength underneath you and steady your breath. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. Bring your hands to heart center. Lift your right leg up and then slowly place it down. Shake out your left foot. Good work. All right. Final balance posture on your other side. Press down into your right foot. Pull your left knee wide. Again, notice if you're sinking in that hip. Lift up out of that hip. Have your left foot to your lower leg or up into your inner thigh. Pull your left knee wide. Lift up tall out of your hip. An option to stay here. Option to float your arms up high. Feel your right foot rooted into the ground. And then lift up out of that whole right thigh. Pull your left knee back. Feel strong in your posture. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. And then bring your hands back through heart center. Slowly bring that left leg forward. And then down with control. Good work. Shake out your right foot. All right, let's bring this down to the mat. Come to the front of your mat. Take a breath in, mountain pose. On your exhale, forward fold. Right down we go. Inhale up, halfway lift. On your exhale, sit right down on your bottom. And then lay all the way onto your back. You can give your knees a hug as you lower down. Maybe rock side to side. Few final postures here to wrap up our class. Bring your heels down in line with your sit bones. And then relax your shoulders down to the mat. Pull your low belly in. Inhale, bridge pose. So lift your hips up away from the ground. Work your hips in line with your knees and your shoulders. Pull your shoulders back. Feel your glutes engaged to hold you there. Pull your lower rib cage down. And then lift your chin away from your chest. Lift up 1 inch higher if you can. Inhale. On your exhale, slowly lower all the way down. Bring the soles of your feet together. Come into Supta Baddha Konasana. Maybe place one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. And close your eyes. Stillness. But maybe noticing the rise and fall of your chest, the rise and fall of your breath, giving your body and your mind a chance to reset. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. And then gently draw your knees towards one another. And then take your right leg, cross it over your left. So we come into a figure 4 stretch. And then take your left leg, you can then pull it in, reaching into the underside of your thigh. And then relax your shoulders down. Now if this is too much for you, option to bring that left leg down and then just press that hip open. Relax any tension in your upper body. Good, take one more breath in. One more breath out. And then plant the left foot on the ground. Grab a hold of your right knee, give it a hug. Press your left foot to the front of your mat. So reach your left foot forward, take a breath in. On your exhale, supine twist. Guide your right knee across your body. Let your right knee come down towards the ground. Reach your right arm out to the side. Open up through your chest. Maybe gaze over your fingertips. Take a breath in. And take a breath out. And then inhale back up through center. And then switch out your legs. Cross your left over your right, or right over your left. Whatever side you didn't do before. Oh, we did this side before. Left over right. There we go. And then pull your right leg in. So whatever side you did before, make sure you do the opposite side. I might have messed that up, but that's okay. Just make sure the opposite thigh is crossed over. Again, if that's too much for you, press that left hip open by keeping the right foot on the ground. Or again, gently pull that back leg in or that bottom leg in. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. And then plant your right foot on the ground. Pull in your left knee and then send your right foot forward. So feel that whole right thigh engaged. Find length in that whole right side. Take a breath in. On your exhale, supine twist. Guide your left knee across your body. Let gravity take your knee over, but press that left shoulder back down to the ground. Maybe gaze over your left fingertips. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale, come back up through center. And then give both knees a little bit of a hug. And then reach for the outside edges of your feet. So we'll come into happy baby pose. So reach for the outside edges of your feet. Draw your knees down towards the ground and just rock and roll side to side. Now if you can't reach your feet, just hold your outer thighs. Feel your tailbone press down into the ground. Just massage out your back. And then give your knees a little bit more of a hug. Take a breath in. And then on your exhale, send your feet to the front of your mat. Let your arms come down by your side. Let your shoulders melt down to the mat. And we move into our final posture. So close your eyes. And acknowledge your breath. Take a breath in. And take a breath out. Notice the stillness in your body. Let your body feel heavy. Keep your mind in this present space. Shavasana. Now you're welcome to stay in this space as long as you wish. No need to get up. But if you're ready to finish your practice, carry on with your day. Start to bring some awareness back into your fingertips. Start to bring some awareness back into your toes and wiggle them around. Begin to find that movement again. And then take a big inhale, raise your arms up overhead. Press your feet to the front of your mat, like you're waking up for the very first time today. And then gently roll to your side. Maybe use your bicep for a pillow. And take a moment and reflect. Notice how our days are very, very different right now. Can't go anywhere, we can't do a whole lot, but yet we're busy. Maybe not a lot of time for yourself. So finding those moments of stillness can give you that chance to reset. Just take a breath in before you move forward. So over your next few breaths, come to sit up on your sit bones. And we'll seal our practice together with a breath. Bring your hands to heart center. And take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. Draw your thumbs to your third eye, your seat of intuition. The love, the light, the teacher in myself respects and honors the light in you. We bow to each other and we say namaste. Namaste. Thank you.